meditation nerd. Hello, hello again, just in case it cut off or I was a little bit too early to say that. I hope you're doing well. I am glad you're here. Oops, I forgot to. Okay, there we go. Yep, a little bit of a weird movement. Oh, and I forgot to change. Oh, I can't now. Bummer. Okay, well, it's going to be a delay that's going to throw me off. All right, well, fair enough. We're already in it. Let's keep going. Okay, so today, I wanted to spend some time with mantras. Fear is pretty common. I feel like things are kind of ratcheting up, and I feel concerned. I feel fear for what's happening. I don't know what my avatar's doing. Okay, so I thought we could step into the fear and then step into abundance. So I have dropped two, and I'll elaborate a little bit further in a second. I've dropped two mantras in the description that I'll be using. The first one we're going to start with is Aap Sahai Hoa, and this one is by Sana Santam Kar. I have to slow down with that every single time. I always mispronounce it. Um, and this is for helping us allow for negativity is generally how it's framed. It's more that this mantra helps us clear the negativity that is flowing within us and around us. Um, so it helps us make the unknown more of our friend, so we're more comfortable with the unknown. Helps ease the fear, right? We find a little bit of peace, protection, mental balance. Then we're going to move into Bahuta Karam. That is one of my favorite mantras. Let me pull that up. Okay, and then this is by Hansu Jat. I've posted the acoustic version because I need more of a clipped version where it's heavier focus on the words. There is a more musical version that he has. Please feel free to pick any option for these mantras that work better for you, more aligned with what you're feeling, how you're going to feel supported. These are just the ones that I needed as far as um, artist musical representation. Now, I want to speak directly to Bahuta Karam really quickly before we dive in, and we're only going to be doing a couple of minutes per. Bahuta Karam is generally called the millionaire's mantra. I feel like this misses the point of Bahuta Karam as far as my personal experience goes. While individual wealth has come from chanting the mantra, the deeper aspect of what I'm going for here is the collective abundance, right? That's what I feel like is needed right now is we need a collected coming together, supporting each other. This, we need to find our way back to each other. So, no shade to calling it the millionaire's mantra. That's not what I'm using it here for. This is not about individual anything, to be honest. I feel like the collective fear is very much collective. Yes, we are feeling it on an individual level. The fact that it's collective, we can step into that. The abundance is also collective if we're willing to step into that. So, this is really a more heavily focused on togetherness, helping ourselves, helping each other, uh, helping to clear the collective. I don't really like the word collective. Community, we'll go with that. I feel that that one's got less, I don't know, stuck stuff for me. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of set the parameters here as far as what my intention is and why I'm putting this together, um, and why I keep coming back to these two specific mantras. They've helped me in times when I was struggling real hard on a multitude of levels. So, um, wealth here is not about capital. Wealth here is about abundance. So food, community, people, planet, ecosystems, right? That's my focus here. Not saying that money isn't important. Obviously, it is. So if that's, something that you want to include, that's perfectly fine. Just this is about the community as a whole. Okay. So that being said, I just wanted to state that upfront, clearly, unequivocally, where I'm coming from. Okay, so we'll go ahead and tune in. Go ahead and rub your palms together. Close your eyes, soften your gaze, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, exhale. And we'll be tuning in with the Adi Mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo, repeated 3 times. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale, hold the breath, pull the root lock. Exhale. Okay, go ahead and shake it out a little bit. I really tweaked my shoulder. I don't care for this situation. Okay. Now, if you don't already have the mantras pulled up, please go ahead and pull them up. And Aap Sahai Hoa is a bit slower. I was resisting that, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to step into that resistance. And then, like I said, the Bahuta Karam is a bit sharper. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And then, as usual, I may chant out loud. It may turn into a whisper. I may go silent. I'm still here with you. I'm just honoring what my intuition is asking me to do as far as chanting style. Yes, I almost forgot. Please feel free to sit in your normal meditative posture. You can absolutely lay down for this. You can stand, you can sway back and forth, eyes open, closed, soften your gaze, however you feel you need to be. Move between all of them, that's fine too. Aap Sahai Hoa, Sajda Sajadoa, Had, Had, Had. Aap Sahai Hoa, Sajda Sajadoa, Had, Had. Oh, and on the had, feel free to pull the navel in for each had. It's a pumping action, helps digestion, kind of really connects us to that creative center. Aap Sahai Hoa, Sajda Sajadoa, Had, 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 Sahai Hoa, Sacheda Sachadoa, Hada, Hada, Hada. Last round. Aap Sahai Hoa, Sachada Sachadoa, Hada, Hada, Hada. Okay, go ahead and inhale. Nice and deep. Exhale, nice and full. Two more times. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. I'm just going to take a moment to sit. Notice. You can have Bahuta Karam hold up next because that's what we'll be moving into. Just taking a moment in between. And if you have resistance coming up, that's okay. I know I've got some resistance to peace and ease currently. Part of why I wanted to sit with that. So notice where it is. Something that helps me when I have stuck energy and I'm not quite sure what's needed, if it's movement, if it's breath, if it's more meditation, it's going out and helping in my community. I don't know what is needed or how I can help. Try out different thoughts and notice how the stuck energy, wherever that shows up in your body, like a tightness in your chest, for example. Notice how each thought, not rapid fire, please give yourself space to notice any shifts. Pull up, say, volunteering in your community, right? Notice what happens to the stuck energy in your body. Does it ease? Does it tighten? If it tightens, okay, that's not the answer. More meditation. Does it ease? Does it tighten? And just kind of go through to see. Your body will let you know. Couple more breaths here. That way you're pairing the tension with an action. It's not just, oh, well, I guess I just have stuck energy, because there is action that needs to accompany it in order to help it clear. And it's not always necessarily going to be the same approach, right? It's not necessarily that we need more meditation or more chanting or more physical exertion, such as exercise or yoga or running. Those could be exacerbating it, right? We could be compounding the tension. Maybe it's that we need to start helping other people more. Maybe, you know, what we want to do is offer our voice somewhere else, right? So this is a good way to do that. Okay, one more breath. Okay, now go ahead and pull up Bahuta Karam. We'll do another 3 minutes with that. Bahuta Karam Lakiana Jai Varta Darta Telinadamai Kete Monge Jora Para Ketya Ganatanai Vichar Kete Kap Tuteve Kara Kete Lele Mukarapar Kete Murakakai Kai Ketya Tukabuk Saramar Hebe Dar Darira Dara Bondakala Sivane Hor Ora kana sake kor, chego kai kar kana bai. Ho jane jamo gai, ape jane ape de, ake sebe ke, jisana baksha sifata sala, nanaka patasai patasao. Bahuta Karam Lakiana Jai Varta Darta Tilinata Mai Kete Mange Jura Pada Ketya Ganatanai Vichar Kete Kap Tute Vekara Kete Lele Mukare Pad Kete Murakakai Kai Ketya Dukabuk Saramar Hebe Dar Darida Dara Bandakala Sebane Hor Ora kana sake kor, jeko kai kar kona bai. Ho jane jamo kai, ape jane ape de, Ake sebe ke ke jisana baksha sifatasala nanaka patasai patasau. Bahuta Karam Lakiana Jai Varta Darta Tilinata Kete monge jura par ketya ganatanai vichar kete kap tute vekar kete lele mukare par kete murakakai kai ketya dukapuk saramar hey betar tarira tarabonde kalab sebane hora kana sake kor cheko kai kar konabai ho jane che jamo gai yape jane yape de hake sebe ke jisana baksha sivatasala nanaka patasai patasao. Bahuta Karam Lakiana Jai Varta Darta Tilinata Mai Kete Mange Jura Par Ketya Ganatanai Vichar Kete Kap Tute Vekar Kete Lele Mukarapar Kete Murakakaye Kai Ketya Dukapuk Saramar Hebe Dar Tarira Tarabam Kala Sebane Horakana sake kor jego kai kar konabai ho jane jamo gai yape jane yape de ake sebe ke jisana baksha sifatasala nanaka patasai patasau. Last round. Bahuta Karam Lakiana Jai Varta Darta Tilinata Mai Kete Mange Jura Par Ketya Ganatanai Vichar Kete Kap Tute Vekar Kete Lele Mukarapar Kete Murakakai Kai Ketya Dukabuk Saramar Hey Bedar Tarira Tarabonga Kalab Sebane Hor Horakana sake kor chego kai kar konabai ho jane jamo gai yape jane yape de ake sebe ke jisana baksha sipatasala nanaka patasai patasau. Okay, perfect. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Okay, I'm just take another moment. Okay, take my breath here. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, perfect. Where did my cursor go? Okay. So at the end, I just wanted to speak briefly about the mantras because I don't really want to leave it out. Now, the book that I'm specifically using, because I'm still waiting for the wider view of mantras from different traditions, different perspectives, different um, modalities to arrive. I'm using the one that is specific to Kundalini Yoga. So feel free to drop in the comments any difference that you're aware of, that you've practiced with, maybe the tradition that you primarily use or have grown up with has a different approach or sees it different, um, sees it in a different light. It's elevating, right? So Aap Sahai Hoa, um, just to give a little bit more, even though I did kind of give a breakdown in the description, Aap Sahai Hoa is the Lord Him herself has become my protector. So in this context, I just again want to clarify, Lord to me does not mean just some like dude or woman like off in the clouds or some distant space. To me, it's just universal energy is how I think of that. Um, Sajeda Sajadoa, the truest of the true, has taken care of me. And then Had being universal consciousness, typically you typically noted as God. Again, when I first started doing Kundalini yoga, I had a really hard time with that. Just because of my history with religion, with the word God, it was a pretty big barrier. So once I shifted my perspective to what actually aligns with me, which is universal consciousness, universal energy, Buddha nature, that type of thing, I was able to connect more cleanly to the mantras in English, at least. Just chanting the mantras, there's a connection that I feel gets lost in translation. So, and then let me switch to Bahuta Karam. Give me 1 second. And yes, I do have a book in front of me. This has been incredibly helpful, especially when I was learning the mantras. Oh, all right. Oh, 49, that's right. Da, 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 da. Oh, that's right. It doesn't give me like the normal. Right. Well, it is the 25th Hattori. I never feel like I'm saying that right. In the Japji Sahib. I have it in my notes. Give me 1 second here. I tend to not remember the written word and more the experience of it. And for me, Bahuta Karam has always been one where I'm able to connect to the wider world around me. I don't really know how to phrase it any better than that. It's just, it's a connective way for me to be able to step into the world around me without feeling separate or closed off or the normal way I walk through the world, where it's like, I don't really want to connect to this whole space. I don't really trust what's going on around me. So that to me is a form of abundance that's incredibly needed. Like I said, it can be hard for me to walk around in the world. So this just really helps me connect to it. Where can I put the actual, that way you have it. So if that connection makes more sense, um, you at least have it, even though I don't do it that way. Okay, so there it is. It's many acts of grace describing the great giver who holds nothing back, right? Anyone and everyone, excuse me, is part of the giving. Um, it's like I said, for me, it's the default has been collective abundance. Um, okay, I thought I put the breakdown. Wait. All right, let's try this. And sorry, no, I don't know all of the breakdowns for the mantras. Yeah, it's super weird that it's giving me all of these like And I just want the words themselves. Oh, and now I'm trying to do too much. Okay. All right. Well, now I'm okay. My system can't handle all of what's happening here, so we're gonna have to be frozen for a moment. Okay, there we go. No, and that's giving me the transliteration, which I have. Okay. Well, and some other people are saying that it gives us the ability to create harmony, which I mean, that makes sense because you would have from abundance comes harmony, well, theoretically anyway, right? And then obviously adding clarity because we're stepping into the abundance that's larger than ourselves. So that's really gonna bother me. Okay, I'll see if I can find where I put it and then maybe just do like a separate breakdown for it. That's so weird. How is it not? I thought I had it in here. Okay, so the rest of this is just going to be me hunting for this one last time. So feel free. Oh, so we'll go ahead and tune out. Rubber palms together. I've been forgetting to do this. Inhale, exhale. Okay, and then we'll inhale and just say Satnam. Okay, so that way if you need to head out, you can. Okay, so then I'll just read this here. 58, right? Yeah, 49 would be translation. Yeah, that's how I mastered speaking it correctly. 25, 24. Okay, so there it is. Yeah, that's where it stops. Okay, so again, this is going to be the breakdown of it. And remember, it's part of the Japji Sahib, the 25th Padi. My apologies, I can never get my teeth around that. Okay, so O Nanak, many speak of him, each wiser than the next. Great is the master, great his name, and whatever happens is according to his will. Nope, sorry, just kidding. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Okay, that's a separate mantra. See, this is half the fun in learning these and mastering these, coming back to them where it's correct, where it's not. So feel free to laugh with me. And if you're upset by this, this is just my learning process. It's how I master information. Okay, so dispels darkness and elevates the self. Limitless are his practices to those who speak them. Limitless are his actions and limitless his gifts. Limitless his vision, limitless his hearing. His limits cannot be described. What is his motivation? The limits of the created universe cannot be perceived. The limit of his will here and beyond is unknown. Many struggle to know his limits, but this limit none can know. The more we attempt to describe, the more obscure it becomes. Great is the master, high is his heavenly throne. Highest of the high, above all, is his name. Only one as great and as high as God can know the exalted state of the lofty being. How great he is, only he himself knows. Oh, Nanak, by his grace, blessings are bestowed. Sorry, I'm not laughing at that. Um, I just learned something about myself. This is why I just sink into the mantras themselves before I read the extras, just because it feels too I I'm not sure what the right word here is. Um, it is bringing up a lot of what mindfulness, the author Purser was talking about, how you can we have a meditative practice without a foundation of some kind of devotion, right? Some kind of spiritual anchor or ethics or morals to ground in so that it doesn't just become the self-indulgent practice. And sometimes when I read the older, not traditions, I don't know, foundations, I'm not sure what the word here is I'm looking for. It it feels a little bit too extreme. Um, so I did want to start reading these though, so that we kind of have an understanding of what the foundations are, at least again, until I get the other book to give us more perspectives, more traditions, a wider view. This is where I'm starting. And this is not to preach anything. It's I feel like this foundation is equally important, even though I'm struggling with where it fits. How does it feel? Is that aligned? Do I pursue reading the Japji Sahib? You know what I mean? That type of thing. And I feel like these questions are healthy. I feel like these questions should be part of the practice as well. So I invite you into that conversation if you'd like to discuss it. Perfect. If not, that's I understand that too. Um, so yeah, this one was a little bit, well, it was actually a lot different than I had planned. I was originally just going to come in, we were going to do some chanting, and then I shared more. We went off on a whole different vibe. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found this enlightening and that you enjoyed your time today. That's all I have for you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me.